Foldable phones are still in a niche market, but they are becoming more accessible thanks to brands like Tecno. The Chinese company has launched its first foldable phone, the Phantom V Fold, which offers a book-style design similar to Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. But how does it compare to those more expensive rivals? And is it worth buying? Let's find out today. Tecno Phantom V Fold has a sleek and premium design with a metal frame and a pleather bag that comes in black or white. The phone feels solid and well built, and it has a pretty decent hinge design that allows you to open and close it smoothly, which doesn't feel cheap at all. The phone is slightly wider than the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Mix Fold 2 when folded up, but it is also slightly lighter at about 300 grams. Like most horizontally foldable models, it's not very comfortable to get on one hand, but still manageable if you want to. The phone also lacks an IP rating for water and dust resistance, which is a common drawback of foldable phones. Tecno Phantom V Fold has two screens, a main bigger foldable one and another sub-screen. Surprisingly, both are AMOLED panels with variable refresh rates of up to 120Hz, which means they can adjust their refresh rates according to the content on display. This does help save battery life and improve performance. The sub-screen on the out front has an FHD Plus resolution with a pixel density of 411 ppi. It has good sharpness, brightness, and viewing angles and supports HDR10+ for better video quality. The screen is more practical than the Galaxy Z Fold 4's narrow screen as it allows you to have more activities without unfolding the phone. You can use it for daily uses like checking notifications, browsing social media, or even playing games in a larger perspective. The main screen has a 2K Plus resolution which has decent sharpness, quite enough for eye viewing. The folding display is the main attraction of this phone as it gives you a tablet-like experience when unfolded. You can use it for watching videos, reading ebooks, browsing websites, or multitasking with the split screen or floating windows in a much better viewing angle. The screen also has a minimal crease in the middle, which is barely noticeable when using it. It is much less visible than the Mix Fold 2, which is more like a valley. The folding display also feels smooth and durable thanks to its ultra-thin glass layer. As Tecno's first foldable model, it's already far beyond my expectation. One of the drawbacks of the main screen is that it has an odd aspect ratio of 8:7, close to a square size. It means some apps and videos may not fit well on it. You may see black bars on the sides or top and bottom of some content. Another drawback is that some apps may not support the folding display at all or may not switch seamlessly between the cover display and the folding display. But it's not exactly the manufacturer's fault since some developers are still not willing to make extra efforts on fitting the niche users. There are dual stereo speakers found on the top and bottom of the phone. When unfolded, they sit on either side of the top portion of the display. The speakers are good but not so impressive. They are loud enough to hear what's going on properly and they have good vibes. But like most other phones, not much in the way of bass response.
Connected high, you and I, pinnacle climactic vibe. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. You don't have to pretend we're shy. Let's forget the 9 to 5. I just wanna feel alive. Take it slow, let it go. Roll down all the windows. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. You don't have to pretend.
Tecno Phantom V Fold is powered by the Dimensity 9000 Plus chipset, which is one of the most powerful processors in 2022. It also has 12GB RAM and 256GB storage, which are fast and generous for the foldable phone. The phone handles everyday tasks with ease, and it can run heavy games like Genshin Impact at highest graphics settings. However, the performance is not flawless. The phone tends to get hot when running intensive tasks or games. To avoid the phone overheating as much as possible, I tried playing the game with the screen unfolded, which does significantly improve the cooling efficiency. But since most popular games aren't optimized for foldable phones, you might have a smaller field of view than other phones. Outside of the gaming, all of the other tasks were smooth and snappy, with apps remaining fast and responsive even during multitasking. In terms of photography, the Tecno Phantom V Fold has a total of 5 cameras, a 50MP main camera, a 50MP telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom, a 13MP ultra-wide camera, and 2 selfie cameras. For a foldable phone, such camera setup is luxurious enough, and Tecno does not use those low-quality lenses for marketing tricks. All 3 high-quality cameras can help you capture photos with good details in specific scenarios, but if you prefer to take photos at night, you need to consider carefully because both the wide-angle camera and telephoto camera does not support OIS. The shutter speed might be tough for handheld shooting, so here are some samples for your reference. In terms of system UI, Phantom V Fold runs on iOS Fold based on Android 13. Although this is Tecno's first foldable phone and they have no experience in tablet products, they proved that my concerns are unnecessary thanks to the impressive user experience. Tecno is definitely one of the best brands in the world at doing balancing works, which might also include learning from competitors. iOS Fold provides a good and continuous experience, whether in entertainment or business. Tecno says that over 2,000 apps have been optimized to work with the V Fold's form factor, including top 500 Play Store apps based on global download rankings. This meant that everything we tried worked pretty much flawlessly across the outer and inner display, as well as with the multi-window modes. During my week of use, I saw many of the familiar features of many systems, such as MIUI and the ColorOS, and I hardly had to relearn any new interactions or feel inconvenienced by any missing features. The Tecno Phantom V Fold has a dual-cell battery with a total capacity of 5,000 mAh. This is larger than the Galaxy Z Fold 4's battery, and the phone also supports faster wired charging at up to 45 watts, but unfortunately, there's no wireless charging. The phone's battery life is good for foldable uses. It can last for a full day of moderate use with both screens on at 120Hz refresh rates. However, if you use the folding screen more often or play games or watch videos for long periods of time, you might need to charge it before the end of the day. The phone can charge from 0 to 50% in about 30 minutes, while get fully charged in about an hour. This is slower than the Mix Fold 2, but faster than the Galaxy Z Fold 4, so I think this can still meet the needs of most people. The Tecno Phantom V Fold is a bold attempt by Tecno to enter the foldable phone market. It offers a book-style design with two AMOLED screens that support 120Hz refresh rates without obvious crease. It also offers a powerful processor, a larger battery, and most importantly, a lower price than most horizontally foldable phones in the market. However, the phone also has drawbacks that prevent it from being a perfect foldable option. The cameras are slightly weaker than those premium camera phones. There's no water resistance and no wireless charging. The Tecno Phantom V Fold is much more recommended for those who want to try out a foldable phone without costing much and who are willing to accept its limitations. Anyway, I'm still happy to see the brand coming to the game. It's the one who is most likely to be the price butcher for the category. So that's all about the Phantom V Fold. Thank you for watching. I'm Will from Gizmochina. See you next time.